everybody, I'm Margaret Lewin and welcome to Margaret Lewin Quilting. I just got back last night from Quilters Take Manhattan down in New York City and it was fabulous. I cannot wait to share with you all of the things that I did, and I did make a couple of very small purchases, but I wanted to share with you that, my gift bag, and a couple other things that happened. But first thing I wanted to do is share with you a purchase that I made right at Quilters Take Manhattan. Every year when I've gone, I have talked with a gentleman by the name of Michael Newman. And Michael was there this year. Michael started a company, I don't know how many years back it was, but he started one a while back. And what it was a way to label your quilts. Michael had sent me, in fact I still have it. So here are the little story patch. This is what I originally got. And inside of it was a little scrap of fabric that is real satiny, silky, kind of feels like polyester. Not sure what the quality of it was when he first started it out. But they're cute little patches, nothing really to write home about. They were okay. There's an entire process that you go through with these, and it's a very simple process. I'll go through it with you in a couple of minutes. But anyhow, Michael had sent these to me. He had seen my original video on how I label my quilts, and he sent this off to me. I gave it a try. I wasn't 100% thrilled with it at the point, which is why you never saw it. So when I went to Quilters Take Manhattan for 2016, which is what I've just gotten back from, Michael was there again. Well, Michael has made some wonderful improvements to this product. So now I want to share it with you. I just was thrilled, obviously, to see what he had done. What Michael has done is the first thing he's done is he's changed the fabric that these are being printed on. Now I want to show you this one first. I've taken a bunch of pictures and I'll insert more pictures. This is the first one. Now this one appealed to me because I can color in all different colors on it. So this is the one that I really think I'm going to use on John's quilt, which is my son-in-law. And I'm really excited about doing that. I'm going to be able to write something on it through here with my Micron, a Pigma permanent pen. They have all different sizes of these. I'll probably use a 02 or an 03. I want the lines fine, but I don't want them so fine that they're difficult to read. But anyhow, this is the one that I think I'm going to be using for his, which I really like it. I'll scan my QR code, my phone, or on my iPad, one or the other, and what will happen is a program will open up and I'll be able to actually record my voice to document things behind the quilt, which I obviously will do. Then I'm going to show you another one. Here's another one. Butterfly. I loved this one for a children's quilt. I just thought it would be perfect. Happy birthday quilt, celebration of any time. I just really liked that banner. And then here's a more girly, elegant one that I picked up. So I picked up a total of 4 of them. I believe, and I'll have to double check this and I'll put a note in here if it's not right. I believe they retail 2 for $12. Fabric quality is much nicer. There's a little frame around it so that you can fold it back so that you have no raw edges. You can press it, then you could hand stitch it down. Or what you could do is trim it right up to the line. Then you could put something similar to Steam a Seam 2 on it to attach it to the back of the fabric. So there's a couple of ways to actually attach it to your backing fabric. So I just really like them. So anyhow, let me keep going. I want to show you, this is what your package comes like, okay? And there's a bunch of story patches here on the back so that you can see different ones and how they look. Michael has a bunch of different artists that are actually now drawing these story patches for him, which I think is fantastic. So here's my little booklet. So inside, when you open up the booklet, he has wonderful instructions on how to do all of it. So what you do is you go to the website, and he gives the website address. You click sign up. So you're going to create an account. You're going to, put in all your information so that it's all stored. It'll make it easier the next time you go about doing one. And I can foresee me finally getting all of my quilts labeled now that this is out. And then what you do is you have two options. You can either type in this 10-letter code down at the bottom, or you can scan this. This is called a QR code, so you can do one or the other. You can either scan it, or you can type in your code, and then you can choose your message and you save it. What I really liked about this the most was the fact that my mother, who is an avid quilter and has been quilting for years, will now be able to record her voice. So her grandchildren and her great-great-grandchildren will be able to hear her message down the road about a quilt that she made for them, which I feel is really exciting. I don't know if you guys are like me or not, but I tend to just put the basic information on a quilt. And I would like to elaborate on it. Usually when I give somebody a quilt, there's a real meaning behind it, such as the quilt that I'm making for my son-in-law right now. It's one that's extremely special to me. I hope it's as special to him. I'll be able to record a message to him that tells about the quilt, how I decided to design it, why I made it for him, exactly what the materials were that I used. This quilt's going to be machine washable. I might want to let him know that he can just pop it in the machine and wash it and dry it at any point in time that he needs it to. The other thing that I feel is really, really cool about it is now not only will I be able to pass this information on along with the quilt, my great-grandchildren, whom are not here yet, and I hope someday I do have some, they're going to know what this quilt is all about. And they're going to be able to hear in my own words exactly what my decisions were when I designed the quilt or made the quilt. And to me, one of the things that is most precious to me about this is people are going to be able to hear my voice down the road. They're going to be able to associate my words with the quilt. And my hopes is that it really makes my quilts more of an heirloom to my family members down the road. So I am very, very excited about this. I'm going to pop in a little clip from Michael. While I was down at Quilters Take Manhattan, Michael and I stepped outside for a few minutes, and Michael did a little recording for me all about the story patch. So I'm going to insert that video clip here, and I'll be back afterwards.
Hi, I'm Mike with Story Patches. So these are our Story Patch quilt labels. We're really proud of them. They're 100% cotton, and they've got all sorts of fun different designs. What makes them really unique is these codes that you find on them. So each label has a different code, and you go to our website, or you can download our free app on your phone, and you actually add your own voice or video message right to the label. So now, instead of just having enough space to write when you made it and the date and who it's for, you can actually record in your voice the story of that quilt and have it be with whoever you give that quilt to and stay with it. So each label we have tons of different new designs. That's kind of our big innovation, is working with designers to come up with different label designs. Then you use the code with our website, and now you've got this awesome ready-to-use label in your voice, just ready to attach, and it's been going great.
I hope you enjoyed Michael's little video clip about his story patches. I can't say enough about these things. I think these are going to make it easy for us to finally start really documenting all of our quilts. What the materials were that we made out of them, what our decision was and why we made them, who we're giving them to, or if we're not giving them to, why we chose to keep this quilt. And if we're not giving it to somebody, why we chose to make this quilt. You know, we as quilters are really artists in some fashion, one or the other. And you and I both know the number of hours that it takes us to make one of our quilts. And if we're not documenting it, nobody's ever going to know what they were, what they mean to us, and why we made them. And I think it's important that we as quilters and artists do document it. So if you get a chance, pop on out to Michael's website. I'll put a link to it below. It's storypatches.com, but I'll put a link to it below. And I also have some great news. I was lucky enough to get an additional 5 story patches while I was there. And I'll open one up so that you can see what's in it. This is the label that's inside this one. This is for the Quilt Alliance, which puts on Quilters Take Manhattan, in all of the instructions on how to do it. So if you'd like to be one of the 5 people to get one of your very own story patches, the rules that apply to this are, just please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, just leave a comment below. I would absolutely love to hear how you're going to use your story patch and what quilt you're going to be putting it on. So leave a message below for that, or just simply say, hi Margaret. On October 5th, I'm going to do a drawing, and I will pick 5 people completely randomly from the list of comments below and send you your free story patch. I'm going to have to limit this to the United States residents only, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to do one for everybody. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you're having a great day. I obviously am exhausted from Quilters Take Manhattan, which is put on by the Quilt Alliance. I had a blast, and I can't wait to tell you the rest of what happened this weekend. I'll be back again really soon. Thank you.